Next on Showtime, more adventures when young Indy takes to the sky with the Flying Squadron in Young Indiana Jones, Attack of the Hawkmen.
Tonight on Cinematheque, Natasha Richardson, Joan Plowright and Mia Farrow star in the delightfully wicked Widow's Peak. There's only one thing these women love more than a secret, and that's a scandal.
Anything stirring, Miss Crump?
Don't you see it? Are you blind? She's up to murder.
Miss O'Hare.
This is a film that's a pleasure to listen to as much as it is to watch. Widow's Peak, tonight on Showtime Cinematheque.
The Earth as we know it lies covered beneath a watery shroud.
Shoot him!
And the heat is on to find a refuge from the sea.
They say if you read the marks on the child, they'll lead you all the way to dry land.
An epic action adventure where good challenges evil. For the right to a new beginning.
Is it a map? You tell me if you knew, wouldn't you, Nola?
Kevin Costner, Jean Triplehorn, Tina Majorino, and Dennis Hopper in a wetland odyssey.
If I let you out of here, you're taking us with you.
Sure.
It is him. You guys are in so much trouble.
Waterworld premieres Saturday, March 1st on Showtime.
You find it happens all the time.
They surrender, okay?
And then love will never do.
Understand what that means? Surrender?
They can help you.
I'm a lawyer. You want to conquer the world? You're going to need lawyers, right?
There are two styles of alien movies this season. On the one hand, the Independence Days and the Star Treks, and on the other, the style of Tim Burton. Yes, the man who brought you Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands has really spaced out this time in Mars Attacks.
Professor, what do we know about them?
We know they're extremely advanced technologically, which suggests, very rightfully so, that they're peaceful. Now, I suspect they have more to fear from us than we from them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Martian ambassador is going to say a few words. Come on down, Mr. Ambassador.
If you take every science fiction movie and you kind of distill it down, I mean, this to me was like the classic image of a Martian, you know, little green man with big brains.
My God.
Yikes.
They blew up Congress.
Tim, I can't imagine there's anyone easier to convince that there's life on another planet than yourself.
I'm living proof, right?
Have you always been a fan of the alien?
Absolutely. You know, monsters from day one, you know. I mean, I grew up on these movies, and there was a million of them, you know, and I'd see every one.
Mr. President, they have a planet surrounded with thousands of warships.
What do you think, Marcia?
Kick the crud out of them.
What was fun is that every day you'd hear that somebody else had joined the cast, you know, some wonderful actor who just wanted to be kind of part of the gang.
Mr. President, we're going to need to get you to safety.
Should we go this way?
Sorry, ma'am. There's a tour going through here.
This is the President of the United States. I want the people to know that they still have 2 out of 3 branches of the government working for them, and that ain't bad.
Now, you've worked with Jack Nicholson before in Batman, but you've actually got him playing 2 roles in this.
Well, that was his. You know, he said, I asked him, I said, what, you know, would you do a role? And he goes, I'll do them all. You know, he was so great and a real spirit on the movie, you know, and such a pleasure to watch. And then with all the actors, all these incredible people together, it was so weird.
The Martians land on Earth. They're gonna need a place to stay, just like everybody else.
People say they're ugly, but I think they've come to show us the way.
And they called me up and asked me to do it and told me that who was doing it, you know, that I would get to run out of a casino in Las Vegas with Danny DeVito, Jim Brown dressed in sort of like King Tut, Tom Jones. I just thought, how can I say no?
Just because you're dressed like King Tut doesn't mean you're our leader.
I am the rude gambler in Mars Attack. I go to Vegas, I want to have a good time, and all this brouhaha is happening. I mean, what is this? You know, somebody's got, you know, news that Martians have landed somewhere. What is that? I want to play craps.
It's kind of fun to play a character that's supposed to report on what's happening. Really is much more concerned with himself and his hair. Wind's blowing, I got, you know, my clothes are flying off, Martians are landing, explosions are happening, and the hair is perfect. And then when I came into work the other day, I pull in the driveway and Tom Jones walks by my car.
You find it happens.
Tom, it's not unusual.
Hey, you're Tom Jones, right?
Lots of extras, all colorful costumes and extras, you know, and Jim Brown, and we had Annette Bening, Tom Jones. I got to smoke stogies with Tom Jones. It was really great. Right, we run across we're being chased by the Martians, and we're running across and there's explosions and trees blowing up, and you know the sky's lit up, and there's spaceships flying all around us. I mean, when you get a chance to do stuff like that, that's like you run down there and do that, baby.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Mars Attacks is now playing in cinemas across Australia.
Why can't we all just get along?
My parents really want me to finish college. I don't think you're gonna have much luck.
Al Piccolo was a baseball scout who'd do anything to sign a prospect.
With the kind of money you make in baseball, many of the ball players hire tutors. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig? Didn't he also have a terrible disease?
Well, yes, he did, but he didn't get it from the tutor. I think he got that in college.
And in his Major League debut, Tommy Lacey.
Al, your kid won't come out.
Unfortunately,
I want you to use your change up sparingly, you understand?
I want to see you in my office.
things weren't going his way.
Why don't you just fire me?
I like this better.
And Al's career was heading nowhere.
Where I come from, that's a felony. No, thank you.
Until the day he discovered Steve, Nebraska.
I have found the most astounding ball player that ever lived. Want to be a New York Yankee? Steve. Steve.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, Steve, Nebraska.
Excuse me, I don't know what those signals mean. Just throw what you want to throw.
Now, the New York Yankees will pay Steve a fortune to play.
Before we pay him the money, we're going to need a letter from a psychiatrist or psychologist saying that he's all right.
All Al has to do...
Is this an emergency?
Well... Yes, yes.
...is prove he's normal.
What are you doing?
I didn't know how to describe this. I told him it was like a physical.
There's just a little problem.
Steve will look to you as a father figure.
I'm trying to fill those shoes. I'll do the best I can.
This is a father that Steve might want to put a bullet through.
How does he feel about his uncles?
The story of a player in need of a friend.
That's a chocolate baseball bat. I got it for you.
Did you drop it?
I got a little hungry.
And a scout.
Welcome to the first game of the World Series. Whose idea was it to put Steve, Nebraska up on the roof?
In need of a huge miracle.
Oh, my God.
Albert Brooks, Brendan Fraser.
I don't feel like playing tonight, Al.
You're the one that counts, not me. I'm just a stupid scout that was lucky enough to see you play.
You're like your dad to me.
But I'm not your dad. I'm just a guy taking 15%.
I thought it was 10.
Oh, was that? I didn't see a thing. Trust me, it was a strike.
The Scout slides onto Showtime next month.
You drive almost slow enough to drive Miss Daisy.
Two Miami detectives.
Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes.
One material witness.
If you want to live, you ain't got no choice. You got to trust me.
Millions worth of stolen heroin.
Welcome to our nightmare.
And only 4 days to get it back.
Just do what you do, only faster.
Go back. That's the guy.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
Will Smith.
Freeze, bitch.
And Martin Lawrence.
You forgot your boarding pass. Bad boys.
Today on Showtime. What's on Showtime in March?
Don't do it. Carl, stop.
Not only the biggest premiere movies, but your chance to mingle with the stars by winning Showtime's week-long Hollywood holiday for two.
A what?
To enter, ring 0055 60643. Tell us the names of two movies premiering on Showtime in March, and you could be on your way to the land of lights, cameras, and action. The winner will depart on March 22, 1997, enjoying non-stop return airfare for two to Los Angeles, where a limousine will chauffeur you to a pampered 5-night stay at the glamorous Regent Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Beverly Hills. Plus, you'll receive a private VIP tour of Paramount Studios, dinner for two worth $500 at a local Hollywood eatery, and every curious tourist must-do favorite, a tour of the stars' homes.
Girlfriend.
Also, 50 lucky runners-up will receive special Showtime prize packs. Enter now, and you and a friend could be on your way to Hollywood in March, courtesy of Showtime. Tonight, Tim Matheson stars in the slick murder mystery Fast Company. At 8:30, Sigrid Thornton presents Mia Farrow and Natasha Richardson in Cinematheque special feature Widow's Peak. And at 10:15, a woman is haunted by eerie flashbacks in Shadows of the Past. Showtime, 24-hour movies.
Thank God.
Waterworld, coming to Showtime March 1st. Three old men are compelled to find the treasure they lost a fateful 60 years ago in the gangster mystery Capone's Lost Treasure, next on Showtime. Welcome to Bedrock, the town of opportunity.
One of these days, I'm gonna be a somebody.
Fred Flintstone, the man who invented the excuse.
I'll show her.
Where dreams come true.
You did it, Fred, you made it!
And all men, women, and wildlife live in harmony.
It's jam set.
It's the home of the Flintstones and the Rubbles. John Goodman, Elizabeth Perkins, Rick Moranis, Rosie O'Donnell, and Elizabeth Taylor star in the zaniest comedy since the Ice Age, The Flintstones, next month on Showtime. Meet Dr. Alex Hess. He's precise, disciplined, and has less than 1% body fat.
Come and claim your place in the Pantheon.
But all that changes when a daring medical experiment leads to
mood swings, appetite fluctuation.
It's a comically conceived love story.
Does my body disgust you?
What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, and Emma Thompson.
This is just so male.
Junior, next month on Showtime. Billy Madison is far from your average multimillionaire. Some may say he's had life pretty easy, but that's about to change. To become chairman of his family's motel chain, he'll have to prove to his father he's not the idiot everyone thinks he is.
All right, you got it. First grade through 12th grade, all over again.
Hello, Billy.
All right, I'll do each grade in 2 weeks. Take the test, regraduate, prove to you I'm not an idiot, and then I get to take over Madison Hotel.
Starring Adam Sandler.
I am the smartest man alive!
And Chris Farley in a slightly deceiving comedy. Billy Madison, this week on Showtime.
Often the champions of democracy don't quite fit the image of the classic American hero.